Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super glad you did. And if you are returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. And I do just want to give a very big shout out to those of you that are hanging in there, doing this series in succession every day, trudging along steadily. You guys are super awesome, and I'm so proud of you guys. I know this is a really hard series to do every single day, and just taking control of your learning is such a beautiful thing. So I know this is hard for you guys because I don't videotape every day, so I can't imagine having to watch one of these every day. So I tell you guys this all the time, please don't binge any number of these. Please take your time and please be forgiving with yourselves, my friends. Learning is very hard, very stressful, especially when you're learning a new concept, something that is a whole lot. So if you guys have not already seen my announcement video for all of my students of the Learn the Rider Waite Tarot series, that's going to be in the description box for you guys. I feel like it's a really important message, just things I wish I could say in every single video that I definitely cannot. It would take too much time. So we're going to go ahead and jump steadily forward. And if you guys are new to this series, we are using this book here, and we are using my Radiant Rider Waite in a tin, and both of those on Amazon are linked in the description for you guys down there, as well as my review of the Radiant Rider Waite deck if you so choose to watch that. So let's go ahead and jump into the Justice card. So the Justice card is one of those cards I just kind of don't really look too much into. Like, I know it, I know that it's there, I know the keywords of it, I know that it exists, and it's also one of those ones where I'm just kind of like, it's there, it exists. So it's not that I don't understand it. I understand it, I get it, it makes sense. It's not like it doesn't make sense. It's just there for me. It's not a really big deal of a card. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. If you don't have a Rider Waite, first time you're seeing him, don't look at me, look at that guy. So this is number 11. So we're on video 13, I think, of this series. 13, 14 maybe, I don't know. Let's see what this guy says at the very top here. So it says, we have to do with a borderline experience which makes clear to us that there is something greater than ourselves. Justice is no abstract term, but a practical answer to the question as to how we can satisfy and take account of our own needs as well as the needs of others. So the keywords for the Justice card upright are cause and effect, clarity, and truth. The keywords for the Justice card reversed are dishonesty, unaccountability, and unfairness. Real creative there, guys, with those ones. So if you get the Justice card in a spiritual reading, it means wise judgment depends on the righteousness of the heart. If you get this as the card for the day, it means find out what everybody's needs are. And if you get this for a love and relationship reading, it means go for fairness in every relationship. And if you get this in a success and happiness reading, it means have the courage to criticize and also have the courage to praise. So I kind of just look at justice as like justice, balancing scales, you know what I mean? But again, I am not the all-knowing authority of everything tarot. So let's go ahead and take a look at the imagery in this one. So the first one is the figure. I don't think I need to point at that one for you guys. There's a figure on a throne there. So as with the Magician, the position of the arms expresses the principle as above, so below. You can barely see that because he's got a sword in his hand. See that? Okay. Where was I? As above, so below, especially when the arms are prolonged with the scales and a sword. A channel that connects heaven and earth with each other. So he has a scale in one hand and a sword in the other. Okay. Connecting heaven and earth with a sword and a scale. We go with that. So the next one, scales and a sword. So if you guys can't see those there, he's got scales in this hand and a sword here in this hand. Okay, so classical weapons of intellect. The scales equal assess and ascertain. The sword equals instrument for implementing a judgment, but also for arriving at one. The case is split up for further investigation and analysis. So this little scale that he's got here in this hand stands for Libra and desire. So successful wishing can only be developed through choices and knowing the alternatives. Is that why the scales and what is weighed, Libra, are linked to freedom or liberty, and lust, love, or libido in many languages? I don't know, all the sexual stuff gets weird in this deck. I don't know why we keep talking about virginity and sexuality and libido, and that has nothing to do with justice. But okay, I take it because you wrote it. So the next one here is the red robe. So clearly he is wearing a red robe there. So it says, dealing consciously, using the weapons of intellect with drives and emotions, represented by the dominating red of the robe, either mental control and censure or conscious indulgence of pleasure. So the next one here is red, white, and green, and they always do the weirdest little things on here. So let's get all up in this guy. I don't think you can see that, honestly. Okay, there we go. He's got a tiny little white clip on there. So it's talking about this right here, the red, the white, and the green in the center of his chest. Okay? Sorry you guys can't see that because it's tiny. But, whew, they're really testing my vision there. So red and gray dominate heart and intellect. The yellow-green mantle stands for naturalness and growth and warns against immaturity. A small patch of white, or the brooch, is a little openness. Just a little bit. Just the tiniest bit of openness there in his chest. So the 3 and 4 of the crown. 3 and 4 of the crown. That's weird. His crown. He's got a crown there. That's what we're talking about. So it says, more than just decorations, the 3 battlements of the crown and the quadratic jewel below them. Oh, okay, there we go. The quadratic jewel below them are a play on threesomeness and foursomeness as the epitomes of the feminine and masculine, spiritual and material worlds. Because that's what I think of when I hear threesome and foursome. So the next one we got here, we're just going to roll right over that one. Next one is the third eye, and we're looking at his little jewel there. That's supposed to represent his third eye. So the jewel is a reference to the third eye, as in the card 2 of Swords. It stands for higher intuition for the resolution of contradictions. So the next one we have here is his gray columns. Clearly the columns are gray and the floor is gray, okay? So gray is the color of neutrality, equanimity, and tolerance, and on the other hand, of indifference and lack of awareness. The danger of fossilization and the opportunity to achieve sustainability. So remember, when we see those stones, they're always talking about the danger of petrification. And even though you are stable, you are in danger of being cold and turning to stone. So the next one here is the violet curtain behind him there. So in the spectrum of colors, violet lies closest to invisible radiation. The sword extends beyond the curtain, a sign of the sensibility and sensitivity which are needed here. The scales give a measure to what was uncertain. And the last one we got is the yellow background. Clearly, y'all can see that one. In the original Rider Waite, it doesn't have this like orange hue to it like the Radiant does. So we are going to have some issues with colors we've already seen with the Radiant, but it's yellow for all intents and purposes. So the violet curtain borders shining yellow. Negative connotation means the sun, clear consciousness is obscured by rules and regulations. Positive connotation means over-eagerness, envy, delusion, greed are curbed by them. Okay. Envy, delusion, greed are curbed by them. We go with that. So some of these just don't make sense while I'm reading them, and then I'm watching them back and they make sense. So I'm sure I'll get it. I'm sure you guys will get it. Y'all are doing great. I know, I'm sure me droning on is hard to listen to sometimes. So I understand if you guys need to take a break from this series, come back in a couple days, get yourself a nice glass of water, have a good bath, eat a good healthy snack today. Don't go outside, however, because today it has hit well over 100 degrees in California, so I can only imagine what it's like in other places like Texas. I feel really bad for my aunt right now because when it's 100 here, she's probably hitting like 120 over there. So I hope you guys were able to retain some of that, and I'm going to be done with card of the days for today. I'm going to try to do a reading. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I can't wait till we get out of the majors. I feel like there are a lot of really good lesser cards that people don't know too much about, and I can't wait to get to those. So hope you guys are doing okay. I wish I could touch base with each and every one of you guys and ask what is working and what is not working with this series for you, because I know everybody learns differently, and there's not much I can do about changing things around in here that doesn't require editing. So I'm trying my best to make them very short. That way you guys don't have trouble watching them. I've said this before. If you guys need to take notes, by all means take notes. Watch them as many times as you feel you need to get to understand that card. And remember, kiddos, this is not just what tarot is. You don't need to know all 10 of these hidden symbols to be a good tarot reader. You just really need to know those keywords and know yourself, know your intuition, and tarot will find a way to work with you. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful, wonderful day on this nasty hot day. I don't know when you're going to be watching this, probably Monday. I don't know what the weather's like on Monday, but as of right now, it's hot and it's gross. So if you guys are not already following me on socials, all that information's in the description box for you guys, as well as my tarot wish list. So remember, you guys can always send me a tarot or oracle deck from that list if you want me to review it, get back into deck reviews. I am just waiting very patiently for my next 2 decks to get here. We're going to have to wait a little while for those, so I probably don't have any deck reviews coming up. I might be able to start getting back into my Meet My Tarot decks because now I've got my Light Seers, my Golden Thread, and my Biddy Tarot that have given me names. Still waiting on bonding with the Game of Thrones deck. We're starting to transition into using the Game of Thrones deck now. So I'm super excited to announce that I'm looking into doing some merch. So if you guys are interested in that, go check that out on my Instagram or my Twitter. It's on both sites. I don't think I posted it on Facebook yet. I'll get to it. So I think that's all I had to say, and if you guys made it to the end, give me a big thumbs up. If you guys didn't like this video, that's cool. Thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful, wonderful day wherever you are when this video reaches you, my friends. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.